To the basement league.
To the basement league.
We can do better.
Gang.
I don't know. I think we did pretty good.
We can do better. Anyway, if you guys haven't heard, about roughly 5 days ago from today, from that time of filming, Ubisoft announced a bunch of Assassin's Creed stuff.
6.
I'm a huge freaking fan, dick rider of Assassin's Creed.
Oh man.
Since reading about it in official PlayStation magazine, circa 2004.
Yeah, I was gonna say 4.
Yeah.
2003 or 4 was when they like officially announced.
That game blew my.
Remember Gamer?
Electronic Gaming Monthly.
They had the full fucking spread cover. Like.
Yeah, it was crazy. They were like, you could climb any surface. I was like, climb any surface? You can hide in crowds. I'm like, hide in crowds? That sounds amazing.
Actually, that was the coolest part.
I wasn't even trip about the stabby stab.
I wish they would bring that back, that you could hide in crowds.
Now, hold on. We're getting to that. Just you wait, my pet. All right, so.
So yeah,
no, we're gonna scare out on fast that. Anyway, so Ubisoft announced some new projects in the Assassin's Creed lineup.
We're no longer part of the same brotherhood.
Sure.
Hey, this is a video where Black Licorice has no fucking idea what's going on, because I've still never played Assassin's Creed all the way.
It's fun. I finally get my day where one of y'all has no fucking clue what we're talking about.
But
except for, I guess, Star
Wars.
Star Wars
Really, it was like at all times.
Star Wars has you fucked up at all times.
But not even really with Star Wars.
No, y'all actually follow pretty well. I'll give you that.
I read the books and stuff.
Yeah.
You didn't even know that. How did you not know Dash? All right, let's go through the 6 up-and-coming Assassin's Creed games.
So the first one is actually the soonest to be one is actually called Jade. It's a mobile game, phone only. Takes place in China, and it's not the character from the other Assassin's Creed side-scrolling. No, the side-scrolling game was on Xbox Live. It was an Xbox Live only game.
It wasn't.
You know what? I played that one.
Wasn't Rogue set in China?
No, Rogue was set in New England.
No, that was Syndicate.
No, Syndicate was set in England.
I was gonna say I knew that one.
Syndicate was set in the UK. Rogue was set in like Boston area, so the same area as Assassin's Creed 3.
You said New England.
Yeah, New England, like a New Englandish area, like Boston, whatever. I don't know that area, like that whole area. Don't question me on this.
No, because that was the one set in New England, in the Boston time was with Connor.
Yes, this was a spin-off. This one took place when we played Connor's dad.
Oh, okay, that's what Rogue was about. I thought Rogue was the one, because wasn't there one that takes place in China though before all this?
No, bro. That was the only one. That was a side scroll.
I just wonder what. Okay,
yeah, you be wrong. Don't test my gangster on Assassin's Creed.
I'm not. I'm not even testing yours. I'm just making sure I have mine straight.
I feel like Thiccolas knows Assassin's Creed like I know wrestling. So I just don't even. If he says I'm wrong, I'm like so 100% wrong. My bad.
Anyway, not that character.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not even testing his knowledge. I'm getting mine correct because
it's a mobile game.
So I don't know how the controls are gonna work because from the trailer it looked fully 3D. I don't know if it's just cutscenes, but you play as a customizable character. So your characters are some just random assassin that you just make, I guess.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
So it's like Call of Duty on mobile.
I was gonna say if they're networking.
Yeah, they also have. I don't think they're gonna have multiplayer, but they also have another mobile game coming out on Netflix. You know, the platform that no one knew they had games.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah, they have another mobile game coming on Netflix. That partnership.
I was gonna say, is that partnership?
It's probably gonna tie into a show or a movie. I'd imagine so. Kind of like
I saw the N. I saw the N within the assassin symbol, and I was thinking, is that an actual? Is it a game or is it a TV show?
Yeah, it's probably both.
Like an interactive, kind of like what's that? Black Mirror.
Yeah, they're gonna go together somehow.
Yeah, it's gonna be probably.
Then the next big game is gonna be a spin-off like Rogue, where it's not like a main story game, but takes place in the main story universe, where you play it's Mirage. You play it's in 9th century Baghdad as Basim, who was actually from Valhalla. Yeah, so they introduced him in Valhalla, and
they introduced him pretty early. I'm still very early in that game, and you see him even before like the title sequence.
Yeah, so kind of like the DLC for Black Flag, where you played as not Black Flag for Assassin's Creed 3, where you got to The older black guy who trained Connor to be the assassin. Fuck,
Oh,
what's his name?
yeah, I can't remember.
Anyway, him. You
Yeah.
got to see him when he was a young assassin. Kind of similar concept as that. And it's gonna be back to the, as they say, back to his roots. Hiding in crowds. None of the RPG element shit.
Yes.
Yeah,
So I want
it's a back to basics
that
style Assassin's Creed game.
which you weren't you didn't necessarily, you could still kind of do it in Syndicate.
Yeah.
You could still kind of blend into crowds a little bit, especially when you put your hat on instead of your cloak and everything.
One of the best things ever. The
That
hooding
was
up was
fucking dope. That was
the hooding up and the fucking boxing matches. The
yes,
fucking
I
red up the
love
boxing.
doing the boxing matches just to earn gold to buy it to upgrade shit and everything.
Freaking Evie, shout out because she was saying that as my kid.
Nice.
Well,
Wait,
it's
was
Evie. It's about Evie in there. No one
Okay.
affiliate. Completely different was happening. Anyway, her fucking finisher with fucking bare fist was the nastiest shit. She beat the piss out of dudes.
Oh yeah.
Like
She
I was
fucked
like,
him up.
Jesus. Like I love some of the finishing moves. Like each weapon has its own finishing move. I remember, I can't remember if it was Connor. Yeah, it was Connor. Connor was fucking. I did not like Assassin's Creed that much. It's not my favorite game, but Connor was fucking visceral with some of his finishers.
I liked some of the some of the enhanced finishers, like the fucking when you could basically hit him with the rope knife and hang him from the tree. Like,
Yeah.
he had
That
some dope
there was
finishers.
one of his ones that we had the fucking tomahawk. He grabs me. He's like, ka, ka,
Yeah.
ka. I was like, fuck.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, he's dead already. I was like,
Yeah.
stop.
Some of the assassinations weren't always with the hidden blade. You would hit him with that fucking tomahawk and just,
Oh, he
and
just fucking
tackle their ass.
Just like a hammer and a nail. I was like, Jesus. Anyway, yeah, that
Man, they
there
had
was
some-
one.
they had some
I can't
brutal
remember. I think it was
finishers in that one.
Ezio that did it, where if you had the short dagger, he would go to the dude, he'd stab him in the foot, and then come up his body like through his chest and his throat area. Yeah, that was his finisher.
That's fucking.
Was
Yeah.
That's.
I want to say it was
brutality.
Ezio. I don't think. I want to say it was Ezio that did it. It was either Ezio or Connor. It was that same. Because I wanted Assassin's Creed 3 though. I think it was in Brotherhood.
I think it was Brotherhood where they started introducing more than just the long bladed sword. You could get like short swords. And
Yeah, I
stuff.
think it was
You could-
Brotherhood. where
And you
they
could
had-
have like long staffs with the spears. That's where they started introducing the other weapons.
but it just looked ouchy. So
oh
I
yeah,
can't
no,
wait.
it looked like it fucked them up.
So I can't wait. They're going back to basics. I hope they go back to having like better looking finishers and more unique finishers for all the weapon types. But it's supposed to be a short set. Okay, to be fair now, a short Assassin's Creed game is
So
anywhere
long.
south of 60 hours.
Yeah.
So that's a short Assassin's
I
Creed
just
game.
I finally finished fucking Odyssey. You wanna know
Yeah.
how long I've been playing? And I didn't even scratch the surface on side missions.
83 hours,
More.
100 hours, 110 hours.
120 fucking hours.
God, you played that game almost as much as I played fucking Elden Ring.
And I did granted I did some side missions. Granted I did some side missions and just random exploring, but to just finish all the fucking endings, 120 hours.
Oh, bro, when you go to the final mission where like your little buddies team up, like I didn't know half those people. I'm like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to recruit them
Yeah.
to help you out to your cause, but I guess they lumped them in the final cutscene anyway.
Mhm.
I was like, I only know two of you. Who is this? Where were you?
Yeah. and
Why are you helping me? Like, huh?
It was just fucked.
And I looked it up. I'm like, who are these people? And it's like, oh, they're your other people you're supposed to help. I was like, oh, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
The game's already done. I ain't going back.
No, they-
I still gonna beat Odyssey. I have Valhalla down. I purchased Valhalla on sale for Christmas last year, and I haven't installed it yet.
Yeah, I just started Valhalla because I finally got all the fucking endings
Yeah.
for Odyssey.
I'm gonna play
There's 5
the
fucking
first
endings.
3.
There's
and
5
see-
endings.
See if I use
Okay.
mine.
So here's the thing.
The
One
first one's repetitive.
is
Fuck.
very repetitive.
Be
So
prepared.
repetitive.
Be
There's
prepared.
like 4 mission types.
Fun as shit, but be prepared.
Yeah, there's follow somebody, kill somebody, obviously. Fight some guard to kill somebody, and then
lose some treasure.
loot something. That's
There's like 4
People
arcs.
like that. Like,
well, no. It was a simpler
It was 2000
time.
It was 2005, 2006 when it finally released.
Yeah,
It was a much simpler time on the
Yeah.
Xbox.
And people
360.
still complain. No, people complain the fuck out of it.
Oh yeah,
But
because it
then
was
2
repetitive
came
as fuck.
out. They fleshed it out more.
It was
Then-
much more open
then
world,
they
so you
had
a good
Brotherhood.
sandbox,
Then they had
even bigger
Revelations.
sandbox, even bigger sandbox.
Then they had 3, which blew everybody else's
Oh my
mind.
god. the
Then they
American
had
one.
the masterpiece that is Black Flag.
Thank you.
Well, before that had Rogue.
Let me up.
Well, I guess Rogue and Black Flag come at the same time because Black Flag.
Girl came out right before that way you'd get the introduction to like I think his name was
Hatham.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a little more backstory on him.
It came out at the same time because I know Black Flag
that.
was only on Xbox One. They didn't have a 360 version, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they had Syndicate. Oh no, then they had Unity. Unity had its faults.
Unity was a good story.
Multiplayer was fun. Like I will give it that. When you could get into a match. It was fun when you get into a match. It was actually pretty fun.
Or the fact that during just the regular game, someone might just come assassinate you out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That fucked me up, but that was kind of cool. Like,
yeah, it was cool.
It kept you on your toes.
Definitely. Then they had Syndicate,
which was, I think it was Syndicate's my next favorite one under Black Flag.
Mine are.
I have no clue. Man, these names don't even make sense.
Mine are Black Flag.
I know what Black Flag is.
Brotherhood.
I know what Brotherhood is.
And my third one in my top three
was Brotherhood. Brotherhood won the American Revolution.
No,
Brotherhood was the final of Ezio, right?
No, Revelation was the final.
Revelation
was Ezio goes to die.
Yes.
Where he you also see Altair where he died.
Yeah. Okay, that's right.
No, sorry, Ezio goes to grow old. Altair. Yeah. Altair. You saw Altair die.
Yeah, you get to see the final battle of Altair.
Yeah, he literally had the egg. They had the egg of Eden, and he just like walking and killing people. And he just like had it and sits down, looking to it. No, for real. It's what it is.
That's really what happened.
Yeah, he goes and that's where you find. That's where you find it. And you find it. He's holding his skeleton's holding that shit.
Mm-hmm. And that's where you find the Apple of Eden, and then you eventually kill Kristen Bell's character.
Yeah, which was crazy.
Is this okay?
Because even though they broke the fourth wall, the freaking thing was like, "What do you do now?" I was like, "Oh no! What do I do?" No, you can't end that fucking game that way,
no, because no matter what, like literally, I tried to push every single button to stop doing what I was doing. Every time you pressed a button, you moved closer. Even if you tried to pull away, you moved closer.
So you played this character originally when the original story they had. You
Desmond Miles.
Desmond Miles. Good old Desmond.
Which, not Mirage. One of them's supposed to be bringing, or maybe it's how Valhalla goes. But I read somewhere that they're basically bringing back the Desmond Miles, like not his character, but
tying it to one person.
They're going back to just tie it all together.
Well, I mean, Odyssey and Valhalla was the same.
Yeah.
So
Odyssey, Valhalla, and Origins was Layla Hassan. But I'm saying that they're basically going to tie. They're allegedly, this is what I just read, is that basically Layla and Desmond will be.
I figured once I saw her again,
yeah.
Like in the next game, I was like, okay, this is gonna be the new Desmond.
Especially because they've been bringing back Desmond. They've been mentioning Desmond more since Origins.
They've been mentioning period. They mentioned him in Black Flag.
No, I know they mentioned the American Revolution one, number 3 was where they do the 2012 thing and they kill him off to save. They mentioned him in Black Flag where you play some random Abstergo associate.
Yeah,
Black Flag is
my brain hurts. I have no idea.
Black Flag was all POV with you're a random.
Then you uncover the damn company's plot. Don't they kill you at the end?
No, that's what I'm saying. I want to say that Black Flag was where they kind of introduced Layla's character. You're just the random Abstergo employee that you're seeing that Abstergo was not the good guy.
Yeah.
And so you faction away, and then because then the next one after Black Flag was Syndicate, and you're still in that 3D. You're still in that POV or whatever.
How much of a mindfuck was it when you went downstairs to the little check-in area and you saw fucking Sean and the other girl,
Becca,
yeah. She was serving coffee and Sean was a fucking delivery guy. I was like,
what
that Leo DiCaprio meme?
The Leo meme?
Yes, yeah, that. Yeah, I was like, wait, no, hold on, wait, no one's gonna say anything.
I wanted to walk up to them and be like, "Hey,
there's these two characters who are part of your support team, your team to Ethan Hunt kind of team, like when you play Desmond, his character, and
they're the ones
Desmond dies.
Yeah, he touches an orb, he gets his basically whole body incinerated, and it's all to save the world from the 2012 apocalypse.
So Desmond dies.
They played on that whole mind calendar.
Desmond dies, and you play as this random character who works for the evil company that you're working against. Well, the company's actually run by Templars.
He's a seemingly harmless bartender when Abstergo picks him up.
Yeah.
And then they fuck his world up by saying, well, they don't actually fuck his world up. He knows who he is. He knows that he was raised as an assassin on a farm life and everything. Like, but it fucks his world up that other people knew who he was.
Yeah. So anyway, after he goes, he plays this random ass mofo that just works for the company. And at one point in the game, you go downstairs, and those two of the people on his team, minus the girl who kills, they're downstairs. Like one's working for like UPS, and one's like serving coffee.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like, but they don't really talk about it. It's like glide. I think they mentioned it in an email, but I'm not reading those fucking emails.
No, when they started introducing like the outside computer and there's all the different files that you have to read, I skim them a little bit.
I know I missed a lot of story, but I'm not reading all this.
But I know,
reading more
stuff. I missed a lot of story. I know I missed a lot of story.
You mean to tell me I don't read an email? I can be swashbuckling right now. I can be buckling swashes.
Yeah.
And you want me to read an email?
And I think you do have one interaction. I think you have an interaction with one of them. I can't remember.
Sean.
I can't remember if it's Sean or if it's Becca.
You take the package from him, or you take an item from one of them. I can't remember who it is. Anyway, let's move past.
Yeah, it's basically when you're starting to like turn away from Sturgo, you receive a package from Sean, so on and so forth.
It sounds like
it's very convoluted.
I want to play a hack and slash.
It is hack and slash.
It's hack and slash. He's got a story. Anyway,
it's hack and slash with extra story.
Bro, Mirage going back to classic Assassin's Creed style playing,
blending into crowds and shit.
Talking to people. Then the next two ones I'm really excited about. Fucking Red, which is a code name right now. I don't know what we call that. You're finally going to fucking Japan after they hinted at that shit from the first goddamn game. At the very end when Desmond finally uses damn powers to see what the assassins see. There's literally writing in Japanese on the fucking wall. They're supposed to hint to all the different series of games, but fucking Ubisoft diverged from that because they found how much of a goddamn cash cow Assassin's Creed is. Yeah. But you can play in Future Japan because the most perfect person to play an assassin is a goddamn ninja. And you can play as a ninja.
You know what I'm waiting
for? So fucking hard right now. What's up?
I was gonna say, you know what I'm waiting for, and I feel like one of the games, if it's not Project Red, it's one of the other codename, because there's
I'm going to get that.
No, not codename Hex either, because that seems like it's gonna be. I think that one's already divulged. Yeah, I'll let you get into that.
Oh,
I want a present day, and that's what I was hoping to get out of Desmond Miles was a present day like.
They don't want to go there because they know once they do that, it means the end is near. Because that's true. That's gonna be the last of the three games.
That's the final fight. That's the like.
Once they bring it to present day, that's it.
That's the whole war of Templars and Assassins, the hidden ones versus the cults.
Like well, they keep going. If they go further into the future, if they go too far into the future, they can't keep bouncing back and forth in the past because once they get to that, you can't go back. It's here's a game that takes place in 2024. Hey, here's a place the game takes place in freaking 3 BC.
Yeah, once you
you can't go back.
Caveman.
You can't go back.
Clubbing bitches with clubs.
And granted, I've only started it. I feel like I said, I feel like Valhalla's heading in that direction. They're heading towards the modern fight. They're heading towards that final battle, but they're definitely gonna milk the shit out of it before they get to that final battle.
100%.
So I'm just
because the furthest they've been.
I've been waiting for fucking 17 years for just a modern day just assassin.
Because the furthest they've been, not counting the little segment where you got to play as Desmond for a little bit, where the guys were like shooting little guns, like get a time it. Because anyway, besides that was Syndicate, because that was during the Industrial Revolution.
That's the
furthest most modern one.
That one was 1800s, and that's the furthest towards the future that we've ever been.
Yeah. Because
not to divert, which is why I do just enjoy the movie so much with Michael Fassbender. Granted, it's Desmond Miles' story with a different face and different name.
Yeah.
But the way they end that movie, you see him take up that mantle in a modern time.
I need to watch that movie.
You really do.
I really do. As much as I like the game, you gotta watch the movie.
It like I'm not saying it's perfect, but it is just a really good, like a really well done movie. They paid respects to the actual gameplay.
Very true. Okay, I gotta watch it. The next one is gonna be very interesting because it's gonna be called Assassin's Creed Hex. They haven't showed anything about the game other than a little snippet of footage where it just shows like a casting with like a dark forest. There's like a little Wicker Man assassin's symbol hanging in a tree. Some witchy type. So that means that's gonna be good because that will make sense. The Templars being like witch hunters.
I was gonna say I saw that because that's the only other one that I've seen recently was Hex.
Yeah.
And someone was saying in the comments that Hex, the way it's spelled for the game, is Hexe,
Yeah.
which is German for witch.
Yeah, it's because it's in a European,
It's like 1600s Germanic, something Germanic Europe.
it's like Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
Somewhere it doesn't take place in not like the Salem witch trials, but it's actually Europe.
European.
But yeah, so Assassin's Creed games haven't always since the end of the first game, pretty much, been have some supernatural element to them.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you were me, who collected all of the puzzles in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
2.4.
To the point
2.2.
where you had to get there's all these cryptic puzzles. I googled some of them. I'm not ashamed.
Yeah, no, I had to. Too.
But you unlock a video where there's a main thing they're looking for is this like supernatural item called the Apple of Eden.
Oh, the Adam and Eve scene.
Yes,
Jesus Christ.
Yes, bro.
That jacked me the
mind
fuck
blowing
up.
was that?
Oh my god.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Okay.
Here's the thing. You solve these puzzles, which are pain in the ass each time. Even with Google instructions, it's still kind of annoying.
Real quick, born and raised Catholic, that scene jacked me up and blew my fucking mind. Like,
every time you solved a puzzle, you got a small piece of like a security video footage or security footage.
Literally like 10 seconds.
Yeah, at a time. And eventually you start piecing together, it's like, oh, this is man and woman running. It's like, oh, they have the Apple of Eden. Okay, I wonder, so I guess it's just, but the thing is, once you get the audio clip, it's literally like, Adam, Eve. It's like, what? Is Adam and fucking Eve the Apple of Eden? They really called that because it was the Garden of Eden.
Some
It's like this
biblical shit.
It was like this futuristic fucking like psychotechnical. It's like they're
are they the Isu?
Yes, because
They're the Isu.
Yes,
okay, so
like
they still did continue. I was always confused if they continued that storyline once they showed Adam and Eve, because that was the greatest fucking historical connection with Adam and Eve, the Apple of Eden, everything.
I would not say painstaking shit is worth it, but that was fucking worth it. That shit was cool.
It was no 100%.
That shit was cool as fuck.
100%.
So anyway, the game has never strayed far from supernatural elements.
You would have to go find fucking symbols on the most obscure buildings.
Yeah.
100% worth the effort.
And then you have to piece together freaking like what are these similarities, these images? It's like a picture of JFK, then a picture of a fucking church, then a picture of fucking like a light bulb. Like fuck, I don't know.
Yeah, not only after you find the random symbol on a random fucking building based on a random fucking clue,
then you have to solve the puzzle associated with it.
You have to solve a puzzle for it.
And they weren't all the same. Some of that was picture association.
Worth the effort.
Some were fucking word association. Some were like, dude, it was
100% worth the effort.
Sounds
anyway
ridiculous.
Anyway, I'm hoping
I creamed my G's.
I'm hoping they're gonna have magic in the game. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
With Hex, because they've had the Apple of Eden. I'm assuming they're gonna have magic.
Assassins have always been magical, like the hidden ones. They've always used, not to quote Batman, but theatricality. Like it's always been some sort of magic to it. The fact that now they're making it like they're not even fucking playing around. It's just basically gonna be like witch based.
Yeah,
I'd love to see some like magic.
So with that being said, it's gonna be cool. And the one last thing they're doing is these are gonna be included with it is their rumored MMO. I think it's gonna be still codenamed Infinite right now.
Yes, I can't remember what I told. I can't remember what I put in the text.
Infinite or Infinity, one of the two. Anyway.
Infinity.
But it's supposed to be like you get that your assassin can be like in a world of assassins. I don't know how this is gonna work. I honestly feel that's another cash grab because of Ubisoft.
And that's where I wonder, is it gonna be modern set? Like, is not necessarily tying up the storyline, but you're a modern day assassin within the modern day.
Just to appease the fans of us who've been doing this since I was freaking 15, 16. Just so that, like, I turned 35 in 3 weeks. Yeah, 2000. just to give you a little bit of context.
Yeah.
I played this game.
You had to be a little.
I played this game.
Yeah, no.
No, I was working at Randall's. I got that job when I was 16. That's when I read that book. So I was on my lunch break at night. I was working a closing shift. I remember that shit so fucking vividly.
Maybe I was like.
I took my lunch.
I was like 12 or 13 when they came out. Then
I bought a sandwich from the deli. I took my lunch. I grabbed a magazine from the magazine section. Yeah. And I sat down. I freaking stole a Sobe tea from the freaking cooler. I sat down and read that fucking article at fucking like 7 o'clock at night. I remember that shit.
Oh, you were 15 when you were like 15 when you first found out. I thought you meant when it first came out.
No, when it first found out.
I was like, bro, I was 15 when it first came out, like 2005.
Yeah,
I was like 13 when I first found out about it. It was like 2003 that article came out, 3 or 4.
It's like that. I was 16. Yeah,
I was so stupid.
You guys are so young. I was like, God, I was in college.
Jesus.
Yeah. I was definitely in college. I just did not give a fuck. about Assassin's Creed.
Here's
why. No, here's fucking why.
Let me hear.
Like,
Let's
no.
hear the.
So
We'll give the naysayer his time.
Okay, listen, you guys type this shit up. Like all these fucking games that have come out, like Assassin's Creed, God of War.
You mean all the fucking masterpieces?
Yeah, but they
They're
all
still running
Batman
for
Arkham,
years?
the Batman Arkham series,
Yeah.
Spider-Man. They all have the same fucking gameplay and controls and everything. It's all the same.
It's a perfected fighting system.
Did you like Dark Souls?
No, Dark Souls was too fucking hard. And then you just get frustrated as fuck. No, I beat that game out of pure anger. Like anger in my soul. And then my dumbass decided I was gonna go Dark Soul. Then I came back and said I'm gonna fucking prove that I can do this system.
That's how it felt. That's how
No,
it
you
felt
didn't be
about
lying.
Odyssey.
Shut up.
No, I was saying that's how I felt about Odyssey.
That's not about lying.
I was getting angry.
You didn't be
I was
lying.
getting angry at a certain point because I was like, "Is the game finished? Is it not finished?" And then I found out there were like 3 more. endings.
Dark Souls, you're like,
No.
what the fuck?
No, man, it's fucking you said Odyssey?
Odyssey.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
but
there's
sure.
like 5 different endings.
Yeah,
Okay, I have played them because I played Odyssey because freaking Drew wouldn't stop
The
fucking
beginning of the
begging.
damn game is 2 hours.
No,
The intro is 2 hours.
If you're talking about when like Drew hasn't played Assassin's Creed since like I think Brotherhood.
No. Me and him used to share an account together.
Yeah.
He begged me to buy it because he wanted to play it. Because everybody else is playing it, and I ended up buying it, and he never fucking played it. And I ended up playing it.
That could have been Unity because it was the.
No,
Unity
it was
like the
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Okay.
I own the game. I played it for like 2 hours. I was like,
Granted, Odyssey's been out for like years now.
yeah, I played that, and I bought Far Cry 5, and
Oh yeah, okay.
So yeah, and Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider was badass. I like Tomb Raider. I fucking could not.
Raider, but you couldn't get into Assassin's
I could not.
Creed?
No, because everybody like that talks about that shit. It's like San Andreas, dude. It's like everybody hypes it up to the
movie or
fucking
the
moon.
game?
Like the game. Oh, you know what the fucking term. Not the movie. The movie was fucking awful. I'm talking about the game. Like everybody hypes those games up, then you play them, and you're just like, okay, this is the fucking game. Like I'm not like super impressed by it, and then I feel like shit because people hype that shit up.
Yeah.
And I came into Assassin's Creed because I was in college and shit and homeless and trying to make my life while these two were still chilling at home, getting that sweet Xbox 360 money.
Hey, I bought my own game system.
I didn't even have an
I
Xbox
was-
360 till I got married.
I was working at 15 and I bought my own game systems.
I got my Xbox 360 for Christmas. I got the Halo edition.
I had PlayStation 2. I had a PlayStation 2 for fucking ever.
Best
And then
selling console in the history of consoles.
Yeah, and I bought a PlayStation 3.
No,
2 of
I
them,
did.
both of them died on me, so I just stayed with my PlayStation.
PlayStation 2 was my final like birthday Christmas gift.
Damn, that game system went hard.
Spider-Man game, the original.
Oh, the original where you
The
put the
ori-
spikes on your hands and
The
the left
original, no, I'm talking about the original, just like Spider-Man movie game where you're swinging from nowhere in that first round.
Where am I supposed to
everything's
shoot
randomly
the web?
Everything's randomly foggy.
You're like, where is the web going?
If you fall from a building, you just fall into fog and have to start over.
You gotta start over.
Oh.
What was your? You want to know my last console I got as a gift? The Switch.
That's
Was it from your wife?
Mine was PlayStation 4.
That's not as bad as if it had been from your parents.
Last one I got from my parents was the 360.
Last game system I got was PlayStation.
I was younger than you and I had to buy my own.
I had
Perks of being an only child, my boy.
Yeah.
Damn.
Never put my
I had to compete against like two other favorite motherfuckers.
Anyway,
I also had to replace my PSP. Actually, a PSP was like the final thing I got as a gift, and it got stolen. And I was too scared to tell him it got stolen, so I saved up my money and I bought another one.
my Game Boy Advance SP got stolen by my cousin.
Oh,
Damn.
They warned me too. They're like, don't take it to school. Someone's gonna steal it out of your backpack.
Yeah.
Someone stole it out of my backpack.
Someone stole my Game Boy Color. God, I'm old. My Game Boy Color.
had a Game Boy Color. I had a purple one.
I had a Game Boy. Yeah.
That's my favorite color.
Yeah.
I had a purple GameCube too.
The clear one, the see-through one.
No, the solid purple, the OG.
Yeah, but you got to think about
I had
how
the
much
see-through one.
older I am than you guys.
I thought y'all were like the same age.
You're like 2 years older than me.
Yeah.
37?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, I'm old as fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you were 5 years older than me. I thought you were like Thiccolas over
I'm
here,
a
only
whole,
like 2 or 3
I'm
years
a
older.
whole ass college, part of college and high school.
You're like my sister's age. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm like old as fuck.
You
So
old.
like when you guys were talking about that, I was like PSP. I was like, what the fuck is that?
I was playing in my dorm room.
I remember when
Oh,
PlayStation
that
Vita came out and everybody was like balling. I had a PSP and was all fucking like, look at this shit. It was like ancient technology.
Those
That
fucking
was badass.
discs that were cartridges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, brrr, and
Like-
I'm like, oh my god, if they got like
Little
fucked
three-
up at
little
all,
three
you can
discs.
hear it. It's like, brrr. Yeah, that shit was awesome. Fucking hated that thing. Hated that thing.
Back to AC Creed.
Back
Back to the Creed.
What do you guys think about the new Assassin's Creed stuff? Do you think Ubisoft is going too far? Do you think they don't know what the fuck they're doing and they're just trying to grab money? Are you like me? You're just like thankful for more,
I'm thankful
more
for
sweet,
content.
sweet stabby action.
I gotta say,
Sweet stabby action.
I'm just bro.
I
Like
do gotta say, my kid,
exactly,
my kid
bro.
needs-
Like
I gotta say, they actually do seem like they're kind of coming and converging back on one solid story.
we'll see.
Nope.
Like
We will see.
I feel like they went the Call of Duty way, where they made Call of Duty 3, and that was the
You
stupidest shit
shut your
ever.
poor mouth.
And then they
Call of Duty is a yearly thing. Assassin's Creed comes out like once every 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying
Except for
where
the
it's just a
six that are
cash.
coming out
I'm saying
next
like it's a
year.
cash grab. They have 6
Except for the
fucking
6 that are
games
coming
coming
out in the next
out.
3.
They have 6 games coming out.
But you said 2 are mobile games.
But I'm saying, yeah, but Call of Duty, they have Call of Duty.
And
You
we
would
don't
not
have,
compare
and we,
Assassin's Creed to Call of Duty.
and we don't have
They're-
dates for Red or Hex yet.
Yeah, those could be.
One we have
worse.
date for is Mirage, and that's next year.
Yeah.
Red or Hex could be 24, 25.
That's what I'm saying. But we're getting 6 Assassin's Creed thing in a matter of 3 years versus one every 3 years.
Well, they have different because now they have there's like I know Ubisoft Montreal, Ubisoft Bordeaux,
and France.
I think that's one. Did they have French studio too? I thought the Montreal was the
Or
French studio.
Oh, like the Canadian, French
yeah,
Canadian.
I don't
Yeah,
know
you're right.
because they're the ones who did. They're the ones who did. That's what. Okay, one final thing before I get to it. The worst fucking thing about Unity was not the gameplay, was not the glitches, was not the
Oh, the fact that
crappy
you fell to
online.
the ground.
Not that. Not even that. The fact that everyone in fucking Revolution France had British accents.
Yeah, that's true.
Every other
I
game,
heard so much complaints about that.
every other game in the series, they've had appropriate accents to the area. Like the Native Americans
and
had
they
accents.
had a really good.
The Arabic people had accents. The British people obviously had accents.
For
The
you-
Greek people have Greek accents. These fucking French, and they'll speak fucking perfect French. They'll be like, "Oi, Viking." I'm like, "What? Oi!"
And the thing
You're
is
like,
that
what?
Unity was coming off of like the release of Les Mis. That was kind of a showstopper movie. They had everything. They had the full setup. They had something that kind of explained what the French Revolution was before the fucking game came out.
And they
And
had,
then they had British sounding French people.
but
Why?
But I'm pretty
Lazy.
sure Ubisoft Montreal made that game. So I'm like, y'all can find some people in fucking Montreal that had an accent, had a French accent.
I'm telling
Like a
you,
team of like 20 people.
Yo, you gotta think about it though. The game systems in itself, and like gaming companies are getting like lazy as fuck. Like I'm a huge Battlefield fan, and I bought Battlefield 5, and half the time your gun switching and your ability, and you get in the middle of a firefight, and everything just stops. Like your gun doesn't work, like it just freezes for no fucking reason. You gotta do that shit.
That's what happened with Unity. You just
Yeah.
shit would stop working.
You're just like, what the fuck? And then you die, and then you're just mad as fuck, like, because you died.
My favorite one is when you were jumping off of a fairly low ledge onto the ground, and you get rocketed into the air, and you die.
Yeah.
And when it was at the end of a very fucking annoying fort with 3 generals, and you
That's a